Hi, everyone. Well, welcome back to the basics, the building blocks of health, something that we've lost over the years. Our grandparents knew it, or maybe we didn't know it. We just had no choice but to live it. The physical activity, walking more than driving, uh, fun food wasn't so easy to come by. So we had to sleep. There wasn't all this other extra stressors in us or around us. I've created this mini course to supplement an hour-long presentation that I have run. I can do any presentation and give a handout, but what gets done afterwards? The handout gets lost under the fridge, and the motivation is lost with the busyness of life. I know I had to do this kind of thing for wellness at work, at almost every job and through school. What did was not detailed, as in the nutrition and that kind of stuff. As far as I remember, it was just like little mini things. And if I wanted to continue, I could, and I never did. It takes practice and collaboration to set and make goals as a team. I hope that this mini course is fun for the family. And if you're doing this through work, I hope that you guys work together on this. Accountability is always a good thing. I feel if you do one module a week and then keep going, trying a new action task or building habits by practicing, you should start seeing results. You're probably going to rush through this. I get that. I was that person too. This is lifelong. So well, you have it continuously. Go back and redo it. And you're going to probably need to do it a few times. And you'll get there and you'll start to crave it. There will be a disclaimer in the downloads as well. I am board certified holistic nutritionist regulated through ConPro, which I'm not sure. I like this. I like that. I'm from Regina and I always say Wascana Lake instead of Wascana Lake, and I get laughed at regularly for that. I don't know. It just sounds more mature, I suppose. This is for educational use only and should not replace medical advice. You should always inform your medical provider of your changes in your lifestyle. And if you start using supplements specifically, recommendations from me come with consultations. Some extended healthcare providers will cover my services, so check with yours if you would like to have more support in you or your family's health. I always bring up I get more specific with consulting your medical provider, especially if you're starting to take supplements or anything that Google is recommending. A lot of it can have different effects on you that could actually be a part of some of your problems. So if you're doing all of this right and there's still something not right with you, then we need to look at what else you're doing, medications, supplements, aromatherapy, all that kind of stuff, and go from there. Because honestly, this should make a lot more improvements. I do study aromatherapy. I have a certification in herbology, and I do know that a lot of them have contractions. If you're taking insulin, for example, and you're taking lion's mane for memory or energy, both of them are sugar level droppers. So lion's mane does improve your blood sugar level, which could be detrimental if you're taking insulin. So when I decided to start my business this past year, it was due to a lot of things. My biggest was to help relieve moms of the pressure of trying to do it all with no knowledge of how. That and I was producing something to help people come out of recovery from alcohol. And that's one of the reasons why I put this together too, because this really helps with that. Statistics are showing negative signs of our little ones' health, and a lot has to do with nutrition and lifestyle. While a precise percentage of unhealthy families due to lifestyle factor is not readily available, studies have shown that a significant portion are impacted by lifestyle choices. It's an estimated 90% of children are not meeting recommended physical activity. I keep looking at myself, so sorry if I trail off there. Um, yeah, studies indicate that lifestyle choices are impacting families. And I'm not so sure that they're choices as much as we're getting in the swing of things. This is easier than. It's easier to grab a granola bar than cut up some vegetables to take with us to go to the sports or a cheese stick, you know. And there's other. So here's some of the other conflicts if you want to take a look at it. There are a growing amount of chronic health problems that children face that used to be onset due to years of living an unhealthy lifestyle. So what used to take 20 to 30 years to show symptoms of, such as heart disease, diabetes 2. There's a difference between diabetes 1 and diabetes 2, and there's a few other gestational as well. So let's keep, I try to make sure that I'm very clear on what I'm saying, but if you have questions, please reach out. Even obesity takes years, typically used to. Rates of obesity are growing, as well as diabetes 2 and heart problems in younger kids. And I want to bring back the basics before families feel like they need to make the extreme measures. I think we've all heard those stories. Most of us are simply too overwhelmed by conflicting demands of our life to invest a lot of time and effort to establishing a set of encompassing best health practices. So for ourselves and families, we all want health and wellness, high energy. We don't want to be slouched over all the time and just wondering why we have no energy. To prevent illness, why are we sick all the time? Why are our kids sick all the time? Pain-free bodies, inflammation, right? That comes from food, sitting. Sometimes, if you walk a little bit or lay on your back with your feet up doing the bicycle helps. It helps the hips too. I did a lot of office work and I felt the pain. I have a little ball that I roll in those pressure points. So we also want ideal body weight and to feel happy and engaged. I want to be able to have fun with my son and not be tired. I'm almost 50 and I'm keeping going. I do feel, however, that being said, I have myself need to get back into some of this stuff as well because I've been focusing on business work. We've had a recent move. So we need to make it easy and achievable. Tackle one change at a time. Keep each step simple. Substitute a good habit for a bad habit and start the good habit before removing the bad habit. And so by that, I mean, so sometimes we will have some chips and then we'll have some apple slices or apple chunks. We'll have the chips first. It gives that need for moisture, so you have water. But then the craving for the apple comes, so you have a little bit of that. So that's a great change right there. Pay attention to the positive benefits of the changes you make. They're the best motivation. Keep a journal or a vision board where you can see it. Goals are goals, and seeing them helps us achieve them, just like putting money in the bank for a trip to Mexico, somewhere warm for the winter. In my home, I have a popcorn maker and we do popcorn instead of chips. Butter and salt, remember small changes and swapping. We go easy on the butter, but the oils, trans fats in the oils and the chips, research is saying is more unhealthy than the butter. Plus, I can put what I want on. It's not automatically put on there. Make your own cookies and muffins. Same thing. I put in less sugar, less butter, more bananas if I want. I can make those changes. I can put nuts in if I want, but for school, I haven't been. You can get the kids, if they're watching YouTube, swap to Danny Go. Get Moving. Or Disney Channel, Weird But True, very interesting show. Join in the activities and feel like a kid again. Danny Go is amazing. In the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, if you have little ones, it is fun for all ages. Make sure you have lots of room though. Moderation with the shows is key. I let Alex watch gaming shows like Preston and ZX Manny, but focus on healthier choices. We compromise. I pre-cut up vegetables and have them on the table for when he gets home from school. So he's doing his homework, he can have that, or even popcorn. Leftover popcorn is always, he likes that. You'd be surprised at how often they pick. I mean, when they're doing their homework, they're not looking, their little hands just going in the dish. They're just looking for something to put in their mouth. And then typically they're hungry after school. They don't have the afternoon snack like they do the morning snack. This also prolongs how long you have to make supper. So you're not rushing to get supper done on the go because the kids are hungry. Everything's nutrient dense. They've had their serving of vegetables, and it lightens how much supper they're going to have, which is great for me because then I have more leftovers for the next night. So it saves time as well. For adults, take a brisk walk around the block. Squats while making and waiting for supper when it doesn't take much. You don't have to do 20 to 30 squats. Micro movements of any kind helps blood circulation going and improves the energy. So that is your introduction to this. I hope that you find it interesting and intriguing, and your family, get them involved. And if this is a work project at the office, get together and go for walks around the block. Honestly, it takes one walk around the block in the morning, at lunch, and in the evening to start feeling better. You don't have to do the extremes that so many people are doing. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Take it easy. And your body is going to lead you. You listen to your body. This is the amazing part. You're going to feel it. And if not, then I think you need to contact me. Anyways, yeah, I am covered. So chat later.